Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Table Talk live on 802 Scoop 185 North Main Street in Barrie. I can't decide if I think it's a nice day or kind of like a crappy day.
It's kind of like a mid-nice because it's not raining.
Right, it's a little of this and a little of
no
that.
weather, man.
Right.
Mixed bag.
But, we'll take it because at least it's not pouring.
Right.
But,
like the Father's Day thing. It was
right,
it was
Father's
nice.
Day, and then downpours and thunder.
We were up in West Danville and it poured for a little while and then it stopped and
So here we are. It's not going to be a bad week. It's
No.
on and off. It's going to be a fairly good week as far as weather concerned, and hopefully no more tornadoes.
You know what's hard to believe though? We're only days away from July.
Oh my God.
I know. Yeah.
Isn't that?
That's wild.
I
June
mean,
has
like
gone
we were
so
just sitting
fast,
here. It seemed like yesterday we were sitting here saying
Seriously.
June's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is crazy. So in the studio today we have a special guest, and as most know, it's probably definitely a special guest for me because addiction and everything that comes in between is something that I'm pretty passionate about, and for all the wrong reasons, and the right reasons
ones,
at the same time. But Alex Zolotas.
Zolotas, yeah.
Zolotas.
Yeah, I have trouble pronouncing it too.
So welcome and thank you so very much for being here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn it right over to you so you can go ahead and introduce yourself and kind of let people know what you're up to, because it's a pretty big deal. And everybody keeps saying, but when? So here's the answer right here today.
Cool. What's up, guys? My name is Alex Zolotas, and I'm the founder of Riding for Recovery. It's a 6,000-mile motorcycle journey from Vermont to Panama to raise awareness about addiction, to celebrate recovery, and to raise funds for the Turning Point Center of Chittenden County. And along the way, and each city that I stop in, I'm gonna interview somebody who's had a miraculous recovery journey, and I'm gonna share those stories along the way. And hopefully it'll also be just like a vehicle for conversations like we're having today. I feel like we've all heard about the heartbreak and the destruction that addiction has caused, and I really want to try and share the miracles that happen with people who recover as well. And that
Because there really are some really amazing stories.
I know thousands of people personally who have had miraculous recovery journeys, and that's just me. So it's not uncommon. I'm not unique. It happens. So. Yeah.
And in many different ways. Not everybody gets through it in the same way.
For sure. Yeah.
Similar ways.
Yeah.
And you guide each other.
Yeah.
But definitely there are all different kinds of means of doing that.
Many avenues.
I'm sure this little fella sitting next to you has helped.
This one,
greatly.
here, Magua the Dogwa, yes, he sure has. He, in learning to love Magua as he deserves to be loved, I've learned to love myself too. It's taught me how to talk to myself in a much more loving way. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. They animals can give us so much stuff that we didn't know we needed.
Yeah.
Right.
Who saved too?
Yeah, for sure. So you've decided that you're going to hop on your bike and go from Vermont to Panama. And you hope to raise some money in doing this while meeting people and telling their stories. When are you going?
Yeah, I leave in November. Not the nicest month to be hopping on a motorcycle in Vermont, but I'm in massage school right now, and I graduate in November, and I've been working on Riding for Recovery for a little over a year now, and from donations and personal funds, I've got enough money to make it happen, so I just got to do it. Just got to do it.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
What made you decide to do that?
So I've always wanted to do the length of a continent. That's always been something since I was a kid. And One of the miracles of recovery is I was able to go back to school, and I actually got 3 different degrees since I've been sober. I got my what's the halfway to bachelor's, whichever that is. Associates, thank you, yeah. I got my associates at CCV, and then I went back and I got my bachelor's at Vermont State College, and then I went to UVM and I got my master's. I did an MBA program at UVM, and after I finished that, I treated myself to a trip to Guatemala, and while I was there, I rented a motorcycle, and me and my partner at the time rode motorcycles around Lake Atitlan, and I just realized in that moment, like, man, this is something that I want to do. And I just wanted to figure out how I could do that thing that I dreamt of while, helping out in some way. And, obviously recovery is like my mission given my history. And so Riding for Recovery was born from that and has evolved from that.
And really, there's another freedom of being on a bike. I mean, you can get a whole lot of thinking done on a bike, where you're literally just out in the open, in your own space, and it is therapy.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a huge way. At least I think so.
For sure, yeah. I've heard someone call it a smile machine. So. And for me, I do a bunch of prayer when I'm on the bike. That's like my thing, is I'll just recite the Serenity Prayer over and over and over again. And and you just have these moments of clarity while you're on the bike, and you just look around and it's pretty special. So. Yeah.
I used to joke and call the motorcycle the marriage counselor. We could be together all day, hold on to each other, but not have to speak.
Yes.
It was perfect.
Yes.
It just worked.
Parallel play.
Yeah, that's what I used to call it, the marriage counselor. But it's there's a lot to be said for that, and taking that time to. Now, how long have you been in recovery?
Yep, so I got sober June 1st of 2018, so I celebrated 8 years this past June 1st.
Congratulations.
So thank you. Yeah.
Nice.
It's wild. It's like, they say this and it's so true, is like the days are long, but the years go fast, and it's just wild. I'm like, how the heck did this happen? 8 years is, pretty cool.
You're very much immersed in the recovery community in Burlington. Now, have you always lived in Vermont? Is that where you grew up?
Yep, I grew up here in Vermont. I left for college for a while. I went to the College of Charleston in South Carolina. I didn't graduate from there. I flunked out because of my addiction. But most of my life has happened here in Vermont.
Good life?
I mean, like, pretty ideal life growing up. My grandparents owned a house on the water, so we got to just hang out at the lake during summers, and was definitely a blessed kid. Yeah.
And people don't often associate that. They think that if you end up someone who is addicted and you have that you have all these traumas in life and this horrible life, and that's not true.
No.
It has so many different faces.
For sure.
And you can come from a great place and end up in this hell place really easily, no matter who you are.
Yeah, I had a great family. I grew up in a great community. I grew up in South Hero, so the Champlain Islands, and it just sort of happened. Yeah.
Now, you were older when it happened, or did it start in your teen years?
It started in my teen years. It first started, I fell and broke my arm snowboarding when I was 15. I got prescribed Percocet, and right from the get-go, it was like I fell in love.
I like these.
Yeah, I like these. At that point, I sort of fancied myself like a poet, and my dad gave me one of these pills. All of a sudden, the words were just flowing out of me, and I was really into this girl, Morrigan, and I was like, oh my God, I'm just going to go into school tomorrow. I'm going to ask her out. She's going to say yes, no big deal. And then I
Life
woke up.
is going to be great.
Yeah, life is going to be great. And then I woke up the next morning and I was back to same old Alex. I was like, man, I need to get another one of those. And that's just how it was. It just it itched a scratch that yeah, it filled a God-sized hole is what I realize now. But yeah.
And so that's how it all kind of started. And so all through those part of your teens or?
Yeah, so it was kind of a slow progression, and in 2023, I lost my father to lung cancer, and it was another one of those things. I was studying abroad in South Africa, and I got the call from him. He'd been in and out of remission, and I got the call from him that he had 6 months, and I was like walking across campus and I'm like sobbing, just a mess. And then I realized like, oh, he's going to have a ton of morphine and I'm going to be all right, And sure enough, I flew home and I helped take care of him, and I was just stealing his pain meds the whole time. And that's where I got my first real habit. There was just so much morphine around the house and then when he finally passed, they flushed it all down the toilet, and I don't know, I was like a good kid. I'd gone to Vermont Common School. I didn't know any drug dealers or anything like that, and sort of just figured it out, and started associating with people that also had issues, and before too long, I became an IV heroin user. I think within a matter of 3 or 4 years, I became an IV and heroin user.
Well, I think that's the unfortunate part too, is that it's not hard to find.
No.
It's easy. It's actually very easy to get, and now it's much more easy to get that than it is a legal prescription.
For sure.
You fight way harder to get a prescription.
Yeah.
And it's much harder.
Yeah.
To get by the right way, and so easy to go the other route. For sure.
Yeah, like Suboxone was a big part of my story. I was prescribed Suboxone, and I was on and off of it for years, and I had a really complicated relationship with it. But it's so accessible. It's so accessible, especially nowadays. It's like wild. Yeah.
And I think that people do have a complicated relationship with Suboxone because at some point you do have to try to stop that as well.
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
No.
It's very helpful for a lot of people, and it certainly has saved a lot of people and done a lot of great good. But it's just as hard.
Yeah.
And it's a process.
If sometimes not harder, I found, because it's so long lasting. And I think Suboxone is like great for transitions, but I don't think it's a good long-term solution. I just don't think it's a long-term solution. At least it wasn't for me, I mean, I was driving around on Suboxone, and that's not illegal. I shouldn't have been driving, It's so anyway, that's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, which, I mean, we get into. Now, did you go to rehab or sober livings, or were you in and out of rehabs?
Yeah.
Did you do a one time in and you were good?
No.
Yeah,
12
rarely
12
does
or
that
15
happen.
times I went to rehab, and I went to rehabs in Vermont, New Hampshire, Brattleboro Retreat, Maple Leaf, Phoenix House, Valley Vista, Plymouth House, just in and out. Yeah.
What finally, or before we say what finally helped you get to where you are, was there one place that you feel that you gained more from than another?
It's funny, I think the place I gained the most was in the hospital, just because I was separated from everything, including Suboxone for the first time, and cigarettes, and everything. And I think that allowed me to have the clarity to make a different choice in my life. But yeah, it basically culminated for the last 5 years or so of my addiction. I was buying drugs off the dark web, and I was like getting this benzo out of China called clonazepam, and and I was basically just blacked out for the last, year and a half of my using. And finally this website got busted by the FBI, and I ran out of it, and I went into serious withdrawals, ended up in the hospital having seizures, and they induced me into a coma. And then I didn't wake up from the coma for 6 or so days. And when I finally did wake up, my mom and my sister were standing above me, and I knew in that moment that it was just, I wanted to walk a different path. Something had shifted, and
Do you remember parts about being in the hospital and being in the coma? How'd you get to that point where you were shifted?
Yeah. Well, being in the coma, definitely, like, I consider it like a near-death experience. I was, basically, I accepted while I was in the coma that I was never coming back, and I wasn't going to see my family again, and I wasn't going to see this life anymore, that it was over, which was weird because I was still there, I wasn't gone, which has really changed my kind of relationship and perspective on death even today, is knowing that. But and I think that I just had this acceptance that it was over, and I just sort of gave up. And then when I finally did wake up, I was like, holy shit, I want to live. I want to take advantage of this.
And you said that's when you kind of told your mom and your sister, hey, I got a problem.
Yeah, exactly. They're standing above me. I'd been like 12 to 15 rehabs. Like, teeth are rotting out of my head. I'm smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. I'm shooting dope, smoking crack, fucking just a crazy person. And then, I wake up from this coma, and I pull them both close, and I say, hey guys, I got to tell you something. And they're like, what is it? I go, I think I got a problem. And they're like, yeah, no shit, dude. Like, come on. We've been dealing with this for 10 years. And, but I think we're the last to know. I really think that we're the last to know. And that's like one of the fascinating things about addiction, is that, like, we're so blind to it,
Yeah. Well, and you get to the point of when you admitting it is like, that means, I always view admitting it and saying I have a problem, that's the rock bottom.
Yes.
That people talk about rock bottom. And I'm not sure you can go through a whole lot of shit and still not be at your rock bottom. I think rock bottom is when you say, I've got a problem.
I give
That's
up.
when you know you've gotten there. I give. And it takes a lot to get there sometimes.
For sure. It's like there's a certain humility that comes with it, and there's a lack of humility when we think that we can do it ourselves. And that's, for me, it was years. That's how it was. Is I thought, I got this. I can do it. I got it on my, I don't need anyone's help.
Right.
Turns out I was wrong, and I'm wrong a lot, and I need help daily. Like, I can't do this alone. So
Well, and there's a certain vulnerability to telling the truth, even to yourself. I mean, there just is, and to get that point is a pretty big deal. Yeah. So what do you do now? Like, you didn't just say, okay, I'm in recovery and I'm done, and I don't do I don't need any of that stuff anymore. It's not true.
So kind of the foundation of my recovery has been a 12-step program, and so I still do that. I still have a sponsor. I still sponsor people. I still go to meetings on a weekly basis, and I've done a ton of therapy, and so as far as my recovery goes, that's just stay active in the community.
And now you're in school to be a massage therapist, which can also be a huge therapy.
For sure.
When it comes to recovery.
So a big part of my recovery was somatic therapy. And I think especially in men, we just aren't in our bodies a lot of times. And so that was huge for me. It really helped me to become more embodied and realize, like, oh, I'm having this feeling right now. And like, and then, get to decide how I was going to handle it, instead of just reacting or shutting down or whatever it was. So,
And there's a lot to be said for that, as opposed to medications, or there are so many other ways to help yourself. I've looked into breath work for my son, and just the videos alone of that leave me with goosebumps, chills, and just the thought of, but the power behind it is huge.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And sometimes a lot of what you are missing is a closeness, a touch, that connection that you can get through things like massage therapy or Reiki.
Yeah, Reiki. Even yoga. Yoga's been a huge part of my recovery journey.
Yep, Craig did yoga too. He got into yoga.
It's amazing.
I never would have thought.
Yeah.
6'3".
Yeah.
Big
Hunk
ride,
of a guy.
bull rider. He wants to ride bulls and do all those crazy things, and then he does yoga. And meditates.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, you can put all that together, and it works.
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
You can still be the big tough guy and meditate.
Well,
and do yoga.
The great masters of the world, the greatest of men that existed, if you look at the Vedic texts, were yogis. They were the greatest men, and I recently read this book, a plug for this book. It's amazing. It's the autobiography of a yogi, Paramahansa Yoganandi. It's this guy who brought Indian philosophy to the U.S. in like the 60s, 50s, and 60s, and that era. And he talks about, there was this one yogi, and he had a tiger, and he would actually, he could be in the cage with this tiger, and it was, and it wouldn't attack him. The manliest of men was a yogi, and I think that's true. And I think, something I'm really passionate about is bringing that healthy form of masculinity into the world again.
Yeah, it's something that we've lost, and men are often told, don't show emotion. Don't cry about it. Don't. You can't let your
cry or die, man. Cry or die.
Right, and that's really the point you need to get to. But it's not easy.
It's not easy.
The stigma is huge.
The stigma's huge, and we have years of I don't know what to call it, karmic debt, freaking generational trauma, whatever it is, just junk that gets in the way of us as men, feeling our feelings and asking for help. It's hard. I struggle with it today. I got to work at it. It's tough. Yeah.
So is it part of your recovery to work on that and to recognize it every day that I can be tough, but I can be vulnerable at the same time?
Yeah. I think a lot of that comes with my yoga practice and meditation. But that's also step 10, in the 12 steps is admitting when we're wrong. And that's a daily practice for sure, because I'm wrong a lot. I don't want to, I don't know. I want to admit it in the moment, but I'm wrong a lot. I'm often wrong. I'm mostly wrong.
And it's not easy.
Yeah. It's not easy
for any of us to admit that we're wrong.
Yeah.
So not just the ride, but I guess even in your practice, which I'm sure you'll have once you graduate, that you'll be practicing.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself associating all of it as one thing?
Yeah, I think that, I think so. I think that's what's happening in my life, is this kind of holistic healer sort of thing is coming together. I'm also, there's a program called Recovery 2.0, this guy, Tommy Rosen, who I really look up to. And I'm doing his training to become a certified Recovery 2.0 coach in September, which I'm really excited about. That's sort of the intersection of yoga and recovery. So, I think that, given my experience and everything, I think I'm just a healer, and that's just how it is, I guess.
Yeah. So you're going to go out to Panama.
Yeah.
What is your route?
Okay, so the general route is I'm going to go down the East Coast, stop in a couple major cities along there. I'll also meander away from, larger cities to hit some of the cooler, mountainous areas. And basically, I'm going to go all the way up to South Carolina. I got a lot of family and friends in South Carolina, and then I'm going to bop to North Carolina. I got some family there. Then I'm going to cross over through the Blue Ridge in Mississippi. Then I'm going to go down through Mississippi into Texas to the Gulf, around the Gulf into Mexico, and then I'm going to go to the Huaca area, and then over to Puerto Escondido. And that's about as far as I planned so far. And then it'll be back and forth across Central America until I make it to Panama. I'm going to stop in Guatemala, Lake Atitlan again. I'll probably stop in Costa Rica. There's a couple intentional communities I want to hit along the way. So yeah, that's what I've got so far.
And you haven't given yourself a ton of time to do this.
To prepare for it?
No, to
complete it.
Oh, to complete it?
This mission.
Well, it's something it's only 100 hours of actual riding time. So technically,
but double that for off-riding time.
Exactly.
Right.
I know. But I was thinking if I wanted to, I could do it in just a week. But 3 months is sort of the I'm giving myself 3 months, but I'll take longer if I need to. Yeah.
I mean, because really the beginning and the end of it is it's a mission.
Yes.
Some people, people go on missions for all different kinds of reasons, and this is your mission.
Yeah.
You're doing it almost as a missionary.
For sure. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spread the good word. Spread the good news.
So, So Barb says, I think it's great that you found the strength to help yourself through that and are brave enough to help others. Keep up the good work.
Thanks,
my screen wanted to freeze up for a second. Nice. But I agree, Barb is a good friend of ours. And it does take strength to just say, a lot of strength, probably more strength than you ever knew you even had to get through this. And I have a lot of respect and admiration for you for sure. And and I hope that everybody can get to the point that you're at. But let's be honest, some don't. And some, this is where we're at with a lot of spots. And we were talking before we went live, is Barrie as bad as Burlington? And I said, well, I'm not sure, but maybe. And, but really, and probably it is, because it's bad no matter what, right? Even if you have one person overdosing and dying, or you have 30, it's, thank God for the use of Narcan now. But also, it troubles me that it has skewed the numbers and the thought process of so many people. Overdose deaths are down, absolutely, because of the use of Narcan. But the use is not down. What we're seeing going on in our communities every day has not changed dramatically.
Well,
for the better. And so, I think that very public statement on a state level was actually a little bit scary, because I think that it helps people get their guard down and not really pay attention to what's going on around them. And we need to start doing the sorts of things that you're doing. Instead of saying, not in my backyard. It's here. It's in your backyard. And so let's figure it out together. In one way or another.
Agreed. And I'm not a political guy, but if there's anybody that's out there overdosing, sticking needles in their arm and overdosing, then it's pointing to a deeper problem that we have culturally. That's nuts, you know.
Yeah, it's great that we found a fix to save their life.
Yes,
but
yes.
We haven't found a fix.
Yes, we haven't found a fix, exactly. And yeah, and I think it's like not in my backyard, but and one of the reasons that I created Riding for Recovery was so to be a vehicle to encourage conversations about this, because it's like every person that I talk to about Riding for Recovery about is either trying to recover from something themselves or knows someone that's trying to recover from something, or has recovered from something or knows somebody who has recovered from something. So and everyone's always grateful to have the space to have a conversation about it, and I just think that we need to be having these conversations. And exactly, if there's even a single person out there overdosing, then we as a community need to come together and do something about it. We can't just sweep it under the rug. It doesn't work.
No, for sure not. It's not working.
Yeah. It's just like we talk about, is Burlington worse than Barry? Is Barry worse than Burlington? You'd have to scale it and look at the population of Burlington,
sure.
plus the months that their population explodes because they've got a college.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Right.
It's bad, regardless.
It's bad, exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you live. Now, do you envision this being like a long-term thing? Like this, will this be your first and only ride? Will you do it again? Do you see maybe other people that are on your same journey joining you on maybe the next ride, and this being, they have rides for all kinds of things. Motorcyclists, they just band together. It's this crazy pack that they do. And do you see like almost that you could say, hey, let's do this sabbatical together, and we're literally going to ride for recovery and take this time and pitch tents on the side of the road, or I don't know. But do you see it as something that you will just do once, or will you continue to do it and hope that it maybe even grows into something that could be a big deal as far as recovery goes for other people?
So I had a person ask me the same question the other day, and it's funny because I think part of me wants to do this solo, wants to take the ride solo, but at the end of the day, I want to make as much of an impact as possible. And if people, want to help me turn this into something bigger and, hop on the bike with me, then I'm open to it.
Well, and I think you got to do the first one solo.
Because
I mean, you got to.
But you might find on the way that somebody wants to tag. And they want to ride with you. Oh, so you're going to you're going to Wyoming. I'll ride as far as
ride
Wyoming
a leg.
with you.
Yeah. And I'm open to that, definitely.
Because
as long as you're sober.
As long as you're sober, right? And that's the thing. On your way, in hearing these stories, you may have people that say, "Hey,
let's go.
Maybe I can take this time out and do this short little span with you."
It's like Forrest Gump, right?
Yes.
And all these people
right. The whole crew after.
No, I mean, truly, I hope this turns into something bigger than it is now, and bigger than just me. I really do. And if anyone has any ideas or has any, wants to get involved, anything like that, please get in touch. Also, if anyone, I'll say this now, knows somebody who's struggling or is struggling themselves and wants to have a conversation, like I'll leave my number and my contact information. Please reach out. Like I'll help in any way I can. I'm always there for that. So,
which is a big deal.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Yeah, for a lot of people, yeah. But this is how I stay sober, is I give it away to other people, It's like, if I don't give it away, I can't keep it, so.
Well, and that's key for the majority of people that I have met along the way that are in recovery. They really need to be immersed in the community and giving back.
And that's the 12th step is, we give it away.
And making amends, and there's so much to that.
For sure.
For a lot of people, doing this means that they are making amends, not just to say their loved ones, but their community and themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the biggest part, is being able to forgive yourself is huge.
I think that's one of the most important amends for sure. And I guess as well, I'll put a plug in for the steps too, is, I think I came in and out of, the step community for like 10 years, and I misunderstood it for 10 years. And then when I finally, instead of judging it from outside, I actually did the steps, I found out that they worked for me just like they work for anybody who does them. I've once heard them referred to as like a recipe. It's like the steps are like a recipe for chocolate cake. It's like if you follow a recipe for chocolate cake, it doesn't matter if you believe that you're going to get a chocolate cake, you will get a chocolate cake. And it's the same with working the steps. It doesn't matter if you believe in it. If you do it, it works. And and that's been my experience, and I've seen it work for thousands of other people.
Well, and it maintains the goal.
Yes.
And sometimes routine and staying, it literally is a routine. It has to become part of your everyday.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't just all of a sudden stop going to meetings.
Yeah.
You probably yourself wouldn't be whole if you did.
No.
Because this is this new community that you have.
And I wouldn't want to.
And and there's so many ways to get involved now and to go to meetings.
For sure.
If you don't feel comfortable, going to a meeting locally because maybe you don't want to go with people being sanctioned for meetings or the same crowd that you've been involved with. I mean, go to a meeting in Panama if you want to, because you can do them by Zoom now and stuff too. I mean, you can literally attend a meeting all over the world,
at
wherever
any
at
hour
any
of the day.
time.
Yes.
It literally fits every person's lifestyle, schedule, everything. There is nothing about a meeting that you cannot connect. For sure.
For sure. Yeah.
It's become easier.
Yeah, it's freaking miracle, really. Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, we're lucky that we're at that point.
We are.
Now, how do people donate or to help? Because you're doing this specifically, you're donating your money to the Turning Point Center of Chittenden County.
Yes.
And how do people get involved with that?
For sure, yeah. So 50% goes to the ride, 50% goes to the Turning Point. I've donated a bunch of my own money, and basically, like, I have a cap for what the ride is going to cost me. After that, everything goes to the Turning Point Center. So, but yeah, www.ridingforrecovery.com. There's a big donate button, and all donations are tax deductible.
And we'll make a post after so that it's all the information is in one little place for you to get it.
Yeah.
I put it in the comments sometimes, but then it's hard for people to get back the information from the comments.
For sure. Yeah.
We'll make one solid post and get that out there.
And follow along on Instagram. The more followers, the better. And I'm going to chronicle the whole ride. So it's going to be like
a lot of
cool
fun.
videos and cool interviews and cool pictures. And I'll, take pictures of my food and the people I meet. And
we'll definitely, the food pictures, right?
Yes.
We'll be sharing for sure.
Very cool.
I just think it's awesome. And you're still very much connected with the Turning Point Center.
Yep.
And
partnered with them.
Is that where you'll be a recovery coach?
Or
you don't know yet?
I'm not sure yet. I don't even know if I'm going to come back to Vermont. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll always have some affiliation with Vermont, but really we'll see what's to come.
Yeah. Because you never know what you'll find on your way.
Yeah.
And I guess so. Will the baby be going with you?
I know, man. This is the hardest part of the whole trip, is leaving this guy, but. My sister has a dog and they're friends, and so he's going to stay with her. I would bring him if he enjoyed the motorcycle, and I have a backpack for him, and
But he doesn't like it.
he's not into it. Yeah, he'll endure it, but he's like not having fun. So
Yeah.
that wouldn't be cool for him.
Yeah.
If he liked it, I would have built a whole platform for him, and he would have come along. But
Yeah, and some of them
his
do. Some dogs really
I've
like
seen videos
it.
of the dogs that run and jump on the bike. They're like, "Let's go!"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
him.
so much him.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Well, he'll be there.
Yeah.
And I mean, they show the greatest love, right?
Yeah.
You return, he's going to be damn excited to
yeah,
see you, and
yeah.
I'm sure you him.
Oh,
So
absolutely. He's my dude.
we absolutely wish you luck on your journey.
Thank you.
We want to hear all about it.
Yeah.
Send us updates.
Will do.
And who knows, if you come back to Vermont, maybe you can come back in and tell some of your experiences
Love
and
to.
share some of what you went through.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a great thing, and congratulations for
Thank
your
you.
time. And
Yeah.
it's not without huge effort. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of work, and
Yeah.
this is the fun part of it.
Yeah.
But it's not all fun, and you absolutely know that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I've gone through some shit, that's for sure. So, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah.
What you've gone through is going to be a lot worse than what you're going to be going through.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. Yeah.
because you'll now have control of yourself. And,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, the hell's a little thunderstorm on a ride? You know,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Compared to
right.
an overdose.
What's a little right? What's a little lightning? Sure. Yeah. Nothing can stop me.
Yeah.
Try me, you asshole.
No, don't try me. Don't try me.
Yeah. No, for real though. Good luck and be safe and have the time of your life.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
we're pulling for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Have the time of your life. And
Thank you.
it's well deserved. That time to breathe.
Yeah.
Right.
Why not?
Celebrate.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll look forward to seeing you and talking to you in the future.
All right. Well,
So-
thank you.
Okay, everybody, we're going to duck on out of here for now. Jeff and I will be back on Thursday with Rick Coyne to tell part 3. We're going into part 3 of Rick's story. And who knows where we'll go this time? Mountain climbing, maybe? Rock climbing, skiing? Who knows? Rick has
He's a nut, man.
done it all.
Yeah.
He's a crazy
Tell me about
wild
this
man.
guy. Okay.
Don't forget to join me
He's done
tonight
everything.
at Turning Point in on Air Street and Barry at 6 o'clock. We'll be there for the Open Hearts meeting, which is a meeting for families or loved ones. If you know or love somebody that is in the throes of addiction and you're trying to be a part of it in any way, and you just don't know what to do anymore, we're here for you, and we'd love for you to join us, Air Street, for now, till they move into the new location,
Yeah.
which I hear is getting water hooked up today and tomorrow. So getting closer to that, to the end game on that. But
And I'll be at City
you'll
Council
be at City
for a
Council
long
meeting
night.
for a long night.
We're starting at 4:30 today.
Right, because you guys are having a special meeting to talk special things. Earlier, you're going to talk about Prospect Heights
Yes.
first.
We're going to talk about reviewing the bids we've got in for developers for the Prospect Heights,
Yeah.
and then our regular meeting.
And then your regular meeting. And you had a special meeting
Had a
last night,
special meeting
too.
last night.
It's a jam-packed week.
That's a high-paying job, I'll tell you, Alex.
Thankless.
Not. So take care, everyone. Be safe. Have a great week. And Jeff and I will see you on Thursday. Take care. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Riley.